So, unfortunately, we can't accredit you for this event.
Why is that?
Because we're accrediting journalists who are accredited by Press Gallery.
Well, this
Press
is
Gallery,
Government of
essentially.
Canada accreditation from your conference. So I've
Okay,
been
but
accredited.
this is for an event.
But
right?
it was still accreditation, so it's proven.
Yeah.
And the world didn't collapse when I was there covering it.
I'm not saying the world would collapse. I'm just saying we kind of maintain the standards. And I know you had RSVP'd, so I
Yes.
apologize that no one was able to get back to you.
Are you going to reimburse me for my costs in getting here? Because you could have, if you had any questions, you could have dealt with this 12 hours ago.
Yes, and I'm sorry about that. That's something that our headquarters is supposed to do,
Okay.
which didn't follow up on, so I apologize for that.
So what's the definition of journalist that you're working off of?
I mean, there's not a dictionary definition that we follow, obviously, but there are different organizations that accredit journalists, as you know, Press Gallery, Queen's Park Press Gallery,
And I contacted the
etc.
Press Gallery, and they said they don't claim any jurisdiction
We don't
for events.
know,
So
but
for
we rely
main
on
events.
their definition for. There
Okay.
are all kinds of people who come and say that they're journalists for
Yeah.
events, but we obviously reserve the space and the
Yes.
access for journalists.
And you know who I am, though. We've
I know
talked.
who you
I've
are,
interviewed
yes.
the leader before.
I know, but right now you cite yourself as a journalism fellow.
Yes. And if you go to the website, you can see journalism that I'm doing. And you have other columnists and commentators that are here
Yeah.
as well, so it's not an issue of
Their
people that are-
organizations are accredited by other organizations that are reputable organizations.
So I'm just curious,
You know what I mean?
what are you or what is the Prime Minister afraid of will happen if I'm in there?
It's not that we're afraid. It's just that there are a lot of people who come
Yeah.
and say that they're who ask for access to events, and we accredit people based
Can
on.
we go a little bit that way?
Yeah,
Actually,
sure.
I'd rather not, though.
Yeah, no,
Be-
we're just a little bit past here.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
about to start.
unclear on why I'm being barred as a member of the Canadian media
Well,
from
that's-
covering an event.
based on.
Well, based on work that I can do. I mean, you can Google my name. You know exactly the work that I've done. You and I have corresponded in your capacity as a press secretary.
Yeah.
And you're still citing this vague definition of accreditation when in Canada there is no license to be a journalist.
No, but then anybody can call themselves a journalist.
Well, what's the problem if that happens?
Then there's limit. We're in a home, so there's limited.
But again,
access.
I am producing work that is consumed, and this is very easily verified.
Unfortunately, lots of people who come,
Yeah.
and sometimes they.
But you
write
don't know
their
those
own-
people are. You don't know who those people are. You know who I am. You know that I'm doing work. You know that I did a radio show for 5 years. You know that I've interviewed the leader.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I'm not saying there's a problem. I'm saying I'm just doing my job, and there are journalists who are accredited by organizations that accredit journalistic organizations. Yours is not. This is nothing about.
I know. Is this a ban that exists for the entirety of the
It's not a
campaign?
ban. It's
Okay,
not a
well, you're not letting me in there, so it's a ban,
Yeah.
correct? I'm being banned from this event?
That's bad, man. That's terrible.
No. I got it. So is this something that will extend the duration of the campaign?
I'm happy to talk to you about this.
Well, no one's
moving
been responding to my
moving
emails.
forward.
So if I show up at the photo op in Hamilton tonight,
Yeah.
am I going to be denied entry?
we will, for the space that is reserved for media, for journalists, everybody who is an accredited journalist will be allowed into that.
What
event.
would
There are lots of
satiate
people
your-
who will come and say,
I know,
"Oh,
I know.
I'm a journalist,"
I get it.
but they can't show any form of accreditation that actually validates that. Then
Okay.
unfortunately, they
Well,
won't.
look, I mean,
there are
this
spaces for members of the
is
public.
more than the gentleman from the Indian outlet had, which is the Government of Canada issued media credential. But I'm curious, what would satisfy your expectation of accreditation in the future? That's all I want to know now.
Okay, I apologize for this.
Yeah.
It's a huge inconvenience for you, and I get that.
I know you've got to work, so what can I do
Yeah.
for future events? It's a long campaign still.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
And we can follow
All right.
up after this.
Thank you.
okay? Thank you.
Good
I
luck.
appreciate it.
Come